Greetings, everyone. This is me here, Zahra Jawad. Truth seeker, ex-Shia, ex-Muslim. Okay, continuing problem here. So I apologize for the delay. This is an obvious false prophet. When I saw as a Shia these ayats here, this Surah Tahrim ayat, it was very shocking for me. Whether you Muslims have any regard for anyone or not, I don't know. If you have any this thing about ascertaining what is nervous shock, and when you lie to people about a religion, how the crisis, this religious crisis, how it affects a human being, how it affects the person. Whether you have regard for that, I don't know at all. I think you only have regard for, do not speak against our religion. Do not, you are Islamophobic if you speak against our religion. Do not question Prophet Muhammad. Then how are we to know the truth if we don't question? Blindly following something? Like the polytheists are blamed for blindly following their forefathers? I mean, how dishonest can you get? How terribly brutal and unjust can you get with others? You Muslims. It is very, very clear here. Even as a Shia, if I was to see this 66 Surah Tahrim Ayat 1, O Prophet, why do you forbid what Allah has made lawful for you? Is it that you to please your wives? Even the Shias can't see this. Pleasing the wives when they are annoying him. What happens to the wives when they are annoying him? Nonsense goes on. Defending a false prophet to what? At what? Whose cost are you defending to save your lives or what? And then have so many people be deceived. For some, the Shias following Imam Hussein, the 12 Shias, the way they do. Even the Boris don't commemorate Muharram mourning for Imam Hussein like the 12 Shias do. And the amount of shock and you give to those people. But you don't seem to care for anybody. You just seem to care to defend this religion. Defend this religion. Don't say against Prophet Muhammad. He's a religious figure. He was a religious figure. If we are not to go through the Quran ayats, then what are we to do? To find evidence whether this Quran ayat, these ayats are true or not. You want to feed your children with this nonsense? Feed your children with this nonsense. But I'm going to speak against it. Because I have honestly found out that he's a false prophet. Which true prophet will do this? According to the Shias and the Quran ayats I've seen, if you oppose Allah as believers, if you disobey Allah and the Messenger, and Surah Nisa ayat 80 says, disobedience to this messenger is equivalent to the disobedience to Allah. So the moment you disobey or you annoy a prophet, well, curse is on you. Surah Azab or Surah Nur ayat, you see, you become a non-Muslim. That's why the ayat later on says that we will find Muslim. Forget the moment, right? What does it say here in Surah Tahrim? Have some regard for human frailties. God himself has said in the Quran that humans are created weak. And I get these ungrateful people. But that's okay. I don't even need a thanks from you people. Don't like my videos. But the thing is, the point here is that as ungrateful as you are, as bad as you are, you want to give good things to your children, Jesus Christ has said. Not that I'm a Christian, but just find some good eyes. And then the dishonesty I see in you people, that's what really gets to me. When will you people learn? I don't want your thanks. The good, for the sake of good, I'm doing this. Not even for the sake of Allah, but the sake of goodness in itself is good. Intrinsic value of goodness that I know. For the sake of honesty, I'm doing this. I'm a truth seeker. Right? Those who are helping, I'm much grateful to them. Those who like my videos and honestly come here. I listen to an Indian song or even I visit that, I listen a little bit, I put a like on there. You see, I don't go questioning people and then not. And if it was for in my hands, I would have, even if it's like 10, $5, $2 contribute. I mean, if there is, they have put that contribution, monetary contribution here, open, I would do that. I mean, I see people coming there, asking me questions, I'm explaining to them, no like. No gratitude. I mean, what are they showing? I've risked my life here. I can't go out here. And mostly my health now. Can't make food for myself, this, that. You people have no regard for anyone concerned. Ruthless people like Jiddu Krishnamurti said outside. Brutal. Brutes. Maybe you eat meat or what we've had. You have no regard. कहते हैं क्या खाया है उर्दू में या हिंदी में पता नहीं क्या खाया है जो ऐसा because they say that those who eat pork उनकी आंखों में सुअर का बाल आ जाता है शर्म नहीं रहती है शर्म नहीं रहती है कहते हैं ना ऐसे मुसलमान पाकिस्तान में मैंने सुना है रहते हुए So I've got this back problem, anyways, shoulders and all, but I will go on. I just did a 2-hour or something stream. My body's hurting, aching. Anyways, as stubborn, you may think I'm stubborn or what. So please have some regard for human frailty. It's not that I've wanted to become an ex-Shia, putting myself in. And even the Shias, really, they're very judgmental, I've seen. And we've had some problems, like my mind saying something I used to discuss with my aunt and myself, my youngest aunt. That एक तरफ से तो mind कह रहा है ये यो दूसरी तरफ से पता नहीं क्या है like there's two parts of my mind. I don't know which one to listen to. Whether it's the conscience saying to me or whether it's the other side. Then you can't even listen to the conscious right and wrong. Sometimes it gets subtler and subtler. You don't know what is right and wrong. So this and वो ज़्यादा जजमेंट करने से ना माइंड फिर लाउड वो हो जाता है कि बस ये सही है वो सही है इनसे पूछो आलिम से पूछो ये पूछो ask आलिम Shalim, what should we do with this? Then do istikhara. What shall we do? So, too much judgment in our mind, too much conscience, too much conscience, right and wrong is filled in our minds. Because of that also we had torture, mind torture. It's a struggle. It's a struggle. So this linear way is a struggle. Unless you want to, then we were told, submit your will to Allah, submit your la ilaha illallah kaho, shaitan nahi aayega, 100 times tasbih nikalo. ये वो पता नहीं क्या नॉनसेंस था। लेकिन शैतान तो आया था, रमज़ान में भी शैतान था जब मैं ठीक नहीं थी। When I was not well, the shaitan was there, Iblis was there, everyone. So it's very judgmental. You develop a very judgmental mind, even as a Shia I've seen. You want to avoid that. You can't fight with that mind now. It's become so judgmental. Like Imam Ali told his son, Imam Ali's nasihat to his son, Hassan. Letter from father to son. This is very, very unhealthy, I tell you. A son who's mortal, and I thought it's going to say moral. After returning from the battle of Siffin, Imam Ali gave certain pieces of advice. No, when he was Ajah. Maybe I thought when he had Zarbata, Jam Shirin Pilana, apne qatil ko, lekin forever, Shias, until you are alive, Allahumma lan qatalat al Amir al Mu'mineen. So once I couldn't understand, like Jami Shirin, the Majlis says that to his killer, Imam Ali said, no, don't tie his hands too tightly or to the Arandu. And it's so hypocritical. और जामे शीरीन पिलाया एक नोहा है, we have a dirge नोहा, मोमिनो मातम करो आज हैदर करार का, जिसने जामे शीरीन पिलाया, शीरीन यानी शरबत, sweet शरबत with milk, perhaps rose water. I love that rose. Oh yeah, rose water, rose sharbat. Sorry, not rose water, rose sharbat. Syrup, so good in the milk. And do not speak of those who are slain. No. My dear son, let it be known to you that a decay of health, passing away of time, nearness of death have made me realize, when shouldn't it, that I should, and you should be the one to be flogged, punished, a killer, that I should give more thought to my future next world. As if really you haven't. You were the one who was saying Achacha. This is so hypocritical. And to my people, advise them more and more, and spend more time in equipping them mentally to face this world. Prophet Muhammad has married Zainab bin Josh, and he doesn't have time for you. Invite them for dinner and let them go now. Tell them, Allah, please tell them. I'm too shy to tell them. This is the way we have been taught. These are the morals. This is so hypocritical. Why can't you be courageous enough to tell them yourself that I want to ding Zainab and Josh? That's why now fill your stomachs and leave. I felt that my own sons. No, wait a minute. I really have no time for this nonsense that I'm doing here. I decided therefore to spend more time over you. Yeah. My dear son, your part, where is that? In Najul Balagha, I don't know. This big, long. Use your. Right and wrong. You see how they have, you don't see it. God knows where it is. I can't find it here. And these Shias, they're going to give me the exact thing in what I found in. No, I can't trust them anymore. So the Shias शादियां करो, 4 शादियां करो, वाइफ ठीक नहीं है, दूसरी जाओ, शादी करो, मुता करो, ये करो, वो करो. This also, this for marriages, mutas and all. And why are they controlling me? I feel controlled today. I'm very exasperated. एक तो हमारा कसूर नहीं था, ऊपर से okay, about my case also, this is like someone watching me, a Hindu from Desi chat, and what is this? It's not my fault. At least tell us what is going on here. You're watching me, what's in my room and all this, right? I've reached an age where I don't have a husband. I don't know why, but someone said that this pe bahut zulm ho raha hai. And I said, no, let it be. It doesn't mean. Who could be doing zulm on me? So Allah बेहतर जानता है कि अगर मेरी शादी की डिले हुई है. So this, I never want to believe if shaitan power. It's always me, I used to say. कोई किसी को harm नहीं कर सकता है. But there's rape, you can burn someone, you can kill someone, you can harm someone, and that we need to see. But then again, we're not supposed to heavily blame them all the time, blaming them. Anyways, there was this Indian Hindu, Anand Kiran, who was on Desi Chat. I was, because of my health chronic fatigue syndrome, I couldn't work properly and I needed, there's no ilaj, there's no this thing for it. There's not even a treatment for it, let alone a cure for chronic fatigue. So I was working for internship and then in a firm, and then I left because my energy was draining too much. So I couldn't work. So a friend of mine from Holborn College, Pakistani, he introduced me to Desi Chat. And then, God knows what has happened. This Anand Kiran comes on Desi Chat and he can see me. And he gave me signs that only I know at that time, like a river on the calendar. So he sings Didi. One night he tells me that there's a river, and when I checked the calendar, I saw my own bedroom had calendar with the river, up north, Pakistan. A picture of that river lake or somewhere in up north, right? I can't remember now which place. So then I checked, and I think it was a lake. And then he told me that the next night I was supposed to meet him on, because he had given me. He said, I was wondering if he's hired by my principal or something. So that's how he took my attention in the beginning, telling me that he's born on my principal's birthday. And then when I checked, well, whether it was a river or a lake, and then I realized that whether it was a river, not a lake, or what Anand had told me, Anand Kiran on Desi Chat, and I went there on Desi Chat and the next night, and he tells me, "Oh, Didi, I'm sorry, it's a lake, not a river," like that, right? And there's a river next to our house. We cousins live together. Now we have different houses, but from the roof of my cousin's house or my house, I can see the lake and all this. So then I found someone's looking at me like I can't change, I can't do anything. At that time, it was really scary. It was the first time, right? Like the first night. It was like I was stripped naked completely. And then Andalip Siddiqui, I found the childhood friend, came on Desi Chat from my St. Vianney's in Karachi. So I feel I've been. Why were they punishing me? It wasn't me who was doing something wrong. My aunt had already told me through her spiritual some amals for us that there's a witch who's doing this to us. So think that Anand Kiran was helping someone, my enemy. And oh God, and it was like, oh my God, I can't touch myself. Wherever I look, I feel I'm being watched. But since then, year 2000, it started. Anand Kiran came. And then I was messing up on Desi chat. So these were the moderators, and sometimes he would bring up this Andalip Siddiqui as moderator and kick me out, and that would, all the grace they took away from me like this, grace that was given to me, some patience. Before that, I became so restless uh, because they separated me from my teacher, Miss Estira Disa. Finally, when grace came when I was in St. Joseph's College, after that year 2000, they ripped it apart. They stole it, snatched it away from me. So there was a Hindu with a Muslim. Like, I'm not saying India is Hindus. I'm not against Indian Hindus, but that he was very much. They were in a group of people like Andalip Siddiqui, Anand Kiran, and favoring each other and all this. Because of course, Andalip Siddiqui has nothing. Like, she couldn't misbehave because she has nothing to misbehave on. You see, she's the one who came and told me, and I realized she's not the Andalip I've known. And then my aunt one used to live with us. She knew Andalip's last name. And someone had sent this Andalip Siddiqui knowing my past in St. Vianney's, and they were telling me you were dancing on the car like Marilyn Monroe. I was only like so young, but who could do this? I was not dancing on the car, and they're saying these things. They really harassed me and disturbed the living daylights out of me. Then, like, they're watching me, and then they sent Yusuf Sayyid Shia. So they were harassing and they're saying things, and some people were laughing on Desi chat. The two people, I saw it like on the main Chandani Ratein page. They were saying on that website, they were saying that, oh, two have met, two childhood friends, and they were laughing and making fun like this. While I was wondering what is there? Just going to connect my other speaker. This was going on. And then the bad language, abuse, then the voices started coming in on this. Connected. Okay. Voices started to come, a lot of energy. I think they were punishing me for something they had seen. Someone was seeing through in my room. God knows what they were doing. And they had made me sit and look at the wall, stare at the wall. We're trying to fight this witch, but a lot of like jinns came in. I could feel some two jinns going, or some entity going through my mouth, and there they had me with jinns, jerks, jerking someone to completely rip off their aura, their protection. A lot of jerks happening that night. I was not allowed to sleep that night. The distance, they communicated through the distance now. And meanwhile, also, I was in a bad habit of going to Desi chat, left, right, and center. They created chaos for me and disturbed me. So this happened, and I don't know if anyone is even no, there's no, is Muslims care about Islam, defending Islam. There are no human rights in Islam. They just want to know whether we have left Islam or not, and Islamophobia. So this, so where I was, so back here now, as a Shia, even to be honorable, I think I should, like my teacher taught me, right? I would be an honorable person, like not lie to myself even when I read something or say a lie to anyone else. So this is Surah 16, Ayat 116 says, and do not utter falsehoods by letting your tongues declare this is lawful. So I've cut my story short and I'm here in this ayat. And that is unlawful and thus fabricating lies against Allah. Surely those who fabricate lies against Allah will never prosper. Yeah, still now I can feel like something on my so, and here I feel like I'm being, I'm a child. I don't know, they're controlling me or what in my the channel. Sorry. See, this is how I've jumped from one thing to another. So molestations and all is very shocking. Like, you can't stop this. And it's not because that I had took help from Bibi Zainab's Taboot. There are three Bibi Taboot. Bibi Sakina, Bibi Zainab, Kulsum. I took a black thread musk over, I put it, on it, brought it home. And still, they're like very bad things, like kissing me while I'm sleeping and my back one day, sodomizing me. It felt so real. Every time the Sudha, like so many times I cannot tell you, touching me and grab my chest, my private parts. I feel something that's like going there, moving, touching, and all this. I mean, what can I say here? And then there are Pakistani. This should be said to a psychiatrist privately. I couldn't find a psychiatrist. Couldn't find anyone to help me. Until now, I'm looking for someone who would tell me what really has happened to me and why this. It's not going. But I'm surviving with it. And mommy, my principal. And once your self-esteem, your whole energy, you've come down to from the higher self to the lowest self of yours. Before I used to say, if someone doesn't invite us well with on the wedding or doesn't see us, what do you mean? This is not right. Like, go to the wedding, enjoy it. It's our religious thing. Nikah is or ceremony. ये इसने नहीं देखा मुझे, उसने नहीं, ये इन्होंने हमको सही तरह दावत नहीं दी, हम नहीं जाएंगे इनके वेडिंग पे. वैसा, be the greater one and go and meet and have fun. Don't take these petty things. No, do good to others, even if they are doing bad to you, they say. So अगर उसने थोड़ी छोटी छोटी बातों पे ऐसे हमारी कम्युनिटी और हमारी सोसाइटी, चाहे वो सुन्नी हो पाकिस्तान में या शिया हो या जो हो, कुछ लोग ऐसे हैं कि पता नहीं. So I've come out with this. I had to come out with this, and it became so much for me. Otherwise, am I crazy? I wouldn't tell my mother told me not to trust anyone. Take me as your friend. Long time ago, my mother told me this. Because you see, the friends, you can't trust them. They might go and say to, their parents or their husbands now that they're older. You can't trust people, friends with your secrets ending, let alone outside people. एक भी नहीं आया. Whether they're punishing me for saying it out or what, I don't know. what killer thing inside of me, what negativity. Suspicions. I was like, "Oh, I can't trust anyone." And now recently, Ali Shah ex-Muslim thing, you don't want to trust people, Are? And why should I trust you? And no, because you are not normal. And he's telling me who doesn't trust antisocial people. He was giving me definitions like this. And he was really bad, this ex-Shia, ex-Muslim. And then people coming in on that, trying to rub it in on in my previous channels, live streams. अच्छा, पर ड्रामा क्या था, पता नहीं क्या सेटअप क्या था, क्या था कि शायद मैं I would fall, but someone came for my rescue. Anyways, I don't know. I was grateful, but I don't rely on anyone, but I'm grateful to those who came for the rescue. But I don't believe in Shia Islam or Islam altogether. So I feel that dishonesty is too much for me to take. Now here we have a ayat which is clearly showing any child, I mean, I don't know, maybe I'm too intelligent for you people then, the Shias even. Wow, amazing, great. I'm too intelligent for you people, Shias. Look at this. I mean, my standard of a true prophet, my true prophet would never forbid himself what Allah has made lawful for him, seeking to please his wives, when his wives were disobeying, annoying him. Huh? Just this is, my father told me in London, UK, okay, this on the political level or high level somewhere in the, maybe even in the courts as judges, as lawyers, they make, even in the business thing, they make a mistake and then, or if it's like, they have such high standards, such integrity, they step down, right? But हमारे लोग सीट ही नहीं छोड़ते हैं, they don't leave the seat, chair. No integrity. You see Jiddu Krishnamurti, the integrity to leave the organization that he was going to be made by the lead. What's her name? What's his name? Her name? There's an organization who found him. They said his aura was very strong and he's going to be a world teacher, they said. So they were making him, grooming him to be a world teacher. And then he dissolved his this organization thing, group and all. So hardly people are full of integrity. Such a shame. So very sad actually. Okay, so I wouldn't have a prophet like him. It's just not me. So I came here to share if I could help someone. What I found in the beginning was like many things, like even against Shia, like don't say against Shias and all this. I felt that I was against the whole world. Even Christians. Why Christians? Because there are some Christians who would have a soft corner for the Shias. Because after Imam Hussein, we are told that no Imam of us fought this. The Shia Imams didn't fight and all this. And even Imam Hussein fought when all avenues of peace were closed. Now my neighbors are going to, I can't sleep in the night, I wake up. Oh, so, you know, today is one of those mad days I've had. And do not utter, because I see myself also I have to be honest. The thing is that on Facebook, my face, like this, my face is not coming since I've changed. So I feel like someone is controlling my YouTube channel there. Like I'm a child, and like I have to be controlled. So, and I don't know why I feel resentment towards that. Now, this Ayat Surah Nahl Ayat 116, compare it with Surah Tahrim Ayat 1, definitely confirms there are other ayats too, that he's a false prophet. Now, stupid questioners come and they say that why shouldn't he please his wife? For goodness sakes, I mean, where are your brains? Right? Why shouldn't he please his wife? I mean, who said not to please his wife? But why is God asking him? What has he done actually? And whoever does this, a believer, would he be a believer even? Just look at what he's done here before even pleasing his wife. Yes, to please his wives, but why shouldn't he? Should a question like this arise in religion against a prophet? Even Allah is questioning him. So is he better? Shia say that he was such a great husband that his wives made him do this. How can a disbeliever make him do something, right? How can a disbeliever, when you go for jihad, battle, holy war, do not, you are told, do not call for peace. Do not call for peace, right? Persevere in your battle. Uh, Not one friend do I have here. No support. I do this alone and I will persevere. These Muslims, even Shias, they don't care about someone. So what does this say, this ayat, to the believers? So believers, do not lose heart and cry out for peace. Even not to cry out for peace. It is you who have the upper hand. God is with you. Don't cry. Isn't God with the prophet at that time? So I did this again and again. I have to do this. God is with you. And I want to say, with your hands, I will not be killed. Right? Maybe I will be killed. But I have to take my precautions. Like you are told to take your precautions. You are told to take your precautions when you go for war. Why should your egoistic and your belief in this horrible religion, why should you take my life? As if you are given the license by God to take my life. We can't criticize this prophet. No, you are not supposed to cry for war, a peace. Oh, sorry, we were told you're not supposed to cry for war. You're supposed to cry for peace. What a deception, what a ऐसा बेवकूफ़ बनाया शियाओं ने भी ऐसा बेवकूफ़ बनाया कि बोल नहीं सकते अभी दिखा रहे हैं थोड़ा थोड़ा आहिस्ते दिखा रहे हैं तो कैसे है तो अभी ये शिया कहते हैं कि प्रॉफिट ने ये वाइफ्स अनोइंग थी वाइफ्स उमर को ऐसा बम्बू मिला, right? जब Umar got such warning. Why? Because he was talking loudly in front of the Prophet to Abu Bakr. God, if you don't raise your voices in the presence of Prophet Muhammad, right? That ayat is there. Now, excuse me, my intelligence, thank God for that clear in consciousness, that I can see through this hypocrite. I could see through it. And no amount of, being awestruck, and if in authority, you know what Jiddu Krishnamurti says, being awestruck, you can't think straight. Oh, Prophet Muhammad, like that. What is this? You can't, your mind doesn't think straight. It goes off. So, when will they use their minds, brains, reasons? Whether I say, "O men of understanding, O men of reason," use reason, right? You can't use reason when you're awestruck and when you're over respecting someone. This authority is also corruption, you know. It takes away your, what do you call that, in, right and wrong, your mind thinking straight. So in a way, someone who demands respect and awe from you, at that time you'll see your mind will not work. But thank God my mind started to work here in Surat Tahrir Maidwa. Has made lawful for you. Why are you? God is telling him, "Oh Prophet, why do you? If you stick to this kind of God and these kind of ayats, then God, not even God cannot help you, the real God, the true God. Then you are taken by the shaitan and whatever. Intelligence, your intelligence has been defeated." Please decide what is logic and how to do logic, how to deduct, how to use reason, how to find out if this is right or this is wrong. How many of you have passed in school just mucking up? And even very educated people cannot see this. This is a false prophet. You see, according to the logic, even according to the Quran ayats, okay, if he was a normal human being believer, it's okay, but he's a prophet. And even Aisha addresses him in the Sunni narrations. Hadith says Sahih Bukhari Sitta, Sahih Muslim. Aisha addresses him as Apostle of Allah, O Apostle of Allah, when she was sick, O Apostle of Allah. Now, if you say he was a great husband and he wanted to endure the annoyance of his wives, he didn't know how to tell them to stop, right? Okay, so he couldn't. They were like jungly, the Aisha and fighting and all this, right? Jungly. He didn't know how to stop them. So can you not take time out? Give them, like, leave them. It's not that Aisha and Hafsa are the only, and he can also warn them that, look, I know Aisha, honey doesn't taste bad, or that I will go to Zainab bin Josh, or whatever Aisha was telling him to do. You know? But I'm not going to take an oath to please you, because what will I say to the believers? that don't hearken, don't succumb, don't subjugate yourself to hypocrites who disobey Allah and the Messenger of Allah. How can I say that to the believers? When you are at this moment you have become disbelievers. Do you realize this? He could, oh my God, Shias is so funny. Really, you take us to Imam Hussein and the sacrifice and all this. And this quote from Imam Hussein you have given us, it wipes out, the signs of Allah. The signs of Allah are not enough. You may be saying, wah, 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 Nara, Hadri, Ali. But I mean, really, you're. What can I do? Huh? I don't. Now, I have to crack up, right? Laugh at you people. But the damage you've done, you don't care. इमाम हुसैन देगा तुम लोगों को. शाह कासिम की मेहंदी और शाह कासिम और मेरी बेटी की शादी हो और मेरी बेटी की शादी हो और इमा अच्छी खूबसूरत हो और कोई डिफेक्ट नहीं हो. पैकेज मिले हमें पूरा. Because your prophet liked beautiful women. That's what Allama Majlisi says, has written in Ayatul Qulub. फिर हमें हिंदू के पास जाएंगे हम जो बदसूरत हैं, अगली वंस, फिर तो मुझे वो इंडियन मूवी का गाना याद आता है. जब कोई तुम्हारा हृदय तोड़ दे, तड़पता हुआ कोई छोड़ दे, तब तुम मेरे पास आना प्रिय. So you see this, the Muslims, Shias even, beautiful women and all this. But you are told in an ayat that polytheists could be very beautiful. Safiya was very beautiful. Jowaria. Aisha was young. She was a polytheist before she became a Muslim. But can you just see this? I mean, what is this really? Doesn't God say that in Surah Tahrim that he will exchange, he will make you like, what is this here? If you wives repent, oh God, oh my goodness, so many help. Now he's used Ali, he's used Jibreel, he's used moreover angels to assist him. Allah, my goodness, it's like a great war. Two wives. Like, why does he need Allah? Sunnis, look at this, you people. You say, what? What do you say? Huh? Do not associate call on anyone other than Allah. Here, Allah is not enough. Allah is enough, protector, provider, and three things Allah is good at. The best provider, the best helper, the best protector. So, look at this ayat of Surah Tahrim. I just cannot read out 4. And then we go to an ayat. Perhaps his Lord, if he divorced you all now, just because of Aisha and Hafsa, or maybe Aisha and Zainab and Josh, I don't know which one was it, would substitute for him wives better than you. Substitute. Yeah, he'll divorce you and he'll, in order, substitute. Believing, believing. Oh, it's believing, it's not Muslims. It's Mormon. Yeah, because, it's Mormon because obeying the messenger is Mormon. Faithful, Mormonite, Muslim. No, no, even Muslim. Here it is. You see this? पता नहीं शियाओं का brains कहाँ था. Sorry, I have to mock you here. Here they go. Shias know very well that these wives were hypocrites and polytheists. Now, Surah, but if they don't tell you, then that's another matter. Surah Ahzab में जाएंगे, इधर पहले देखेंगे. See this here, right? And what? Shias. What does it say here? And no, not 33. Surah 33. Look. O Prophet, fear Allah, because he didn't fear Allah. Not Shias, not because God is saying through Prophet Muhammad. Oh, for goodness sakes, to the believers. But who's the one who took action again, and pleasing his wives when they had now at that moment when they started to annoy him or do or disclose a secret of his, what happens? You've betrayed the Prophet. You become disobedient. You become not only non-believers, you become non-Muslims. Oh, Baduans, don't remember that ayat. Don't say you are Momin, say you are Muslim, because you have not yet obeyed Allah and the Messenger. That it means you haven't believed, you haven't proven to obey. Then what happened to the Baduans in Surah Fatah, you can see, and then in Surah Azab, you can see, they were killed, captured and killed ruthlessly. O Prophet, fear Allah and do not obey the disbelievers and the hypocrites. These ayats are going, how could he do this? Because you see, his wives, if it was a personal matter, then Allah would have not brought it in the Quran ayat. And let's say even if the Shia say what Rob Christian said in the errors live stream of the Quran, in the Quran, yeah, errors in the Quran, that Shia say that Sunnis don't have that true Quran because there's so many errors in the Quran, right? Then I would question the Shias that where is that Imam Ali's Quran? Where's the true Quran? Is it still with Imam Mahdi? And you are reading the Quran that is. So how many of you Momins out there who have the true Quran? At least show us. Who are in touch with your Imam Mahdi. Please don't let this be for 40 Mominines only. Otherwise, then what? If you say that the true Quran is with Imam Mahdi, then where did Allah say that I have sent you? First of all, I guard this Quran. And I've sent this message to all. So don't monopolize it. Don't hide it. You're not supposed to hide the true Quran. That Imam Mahdi has it and will bring it. Right? Or some Imam has it. If Imam Mahdi is not, then Borishia. Where are you? The problem is Bori Shias, I heard, have FMG. Bori Shia Imam. I mean, what is the thing for Bori Shias? Dawoodi Bohras. Where's the true Quran? We definitely need to see the true Quran. Zaidi Imam. Zaidi's Imam. He's also in disappearance. Where's the true Quran? I mean, wasn't this Quran sent to be guarded and for people to read it? So against polytheism so much, against the Jews so much. Now, do you think that Imam Mahdi should only remain with, Jesus Christ? I mean, what do you think that, what kind of a thing is this? Jesus Christ then is greater than Imam Mahdi even, who said in the, whether it's in the Bible or not, but this was really great what I saw in Jesus of Nazareth. He went into the club like a brothel to save someone. Ritz doesn't come in with them. They don't come near the Ritz. Baba, they were living with Poltis were seeing the face of Prophet Muhammad. And you don't know the face of Prophet Muhammad. You know why? I think because you are punished. Because the Jews and definitely were defaced. I tell you, even Abu Jahl or Abu Lahab saw the face of Prophet Muhammad. Right? Because you were defaced. No, sorry. Because you defaced those poor Christians and Jews. Jews and Christians. Poor Jews and Christians. Oh, you have been granted the book. Do believe in what we have now revealed, which confirms the revelation which you already possess. Do this before we alter countenances, faces. I thought my Shian told me that you're not supposed to slap a person on his face. Because it's like, God, you can't see your face until you look into the mirror. So this face, like, when God says, my face, wherever you turn is my face. Wajh Allah, wajh. Something like this. So you can't see, like you can't see God, you can't see your face. So it has some thing to it with God. Slap up if you want to. If like on the shoulder, not on the face. Abu Lahab, poor Abu Lahab, burning his wife. God knows what. So these are intense punishments. And I think that, they say that you pointing a finger at someone, when you don't see three fingers are pointing at you. When you point a finger at someone, now how much could he be harassed? How much harassed? Abu Jahal, okay, and the whole Bani Yathrib, Bani Qurayza, Bani. He was harassed. And even with about his wives, he was harassed. Right? So much so that he told his wives, now we can divorce you, Allah, using Allah. Perhaps his Lord, if he divorced you all, would substitute him wives, but then why not? Instead of taking an oath, a prophet to please his wives, and the wives made me do this. What if a believer says that the wife made me do this? Maybe you'll even argue on that. So, why can't you see how? So, I'm not good at this. I'm using heavy headphones, my ears, and can't breathe properly with the glasses on. Sometimes they go down. So already I have breathing problems. I can't explain this properly. What Allah has made lawful for you, seeking the approval of your wives. So the warning should have come at this time before he even prohibited taking an oath. And the second one says, Allah has already ordained for you Muslims the dissolution of your oaths. Is there a Shia Imam? I challenge him. I mean, with due respect. But now, isn't it too late? Can a Shia Imam come here? Not from the back doors. Right? Please see this and tell me about these ayats. Huh? No. No Shia Imam is going to come here and show you and say, Zahra, you're wrong. I have the true Quran. Think about it. Even if he comes to correct me here, which he won't, I know that. I've called him when I was so oppressed and I felt my religion was about helping the oppressed. And why isn't Imam Mahdi coming? Please come, please come, please come. I begged him, begged God to send him. When I was told, okay, Khomeini, Imam Mahdi used to come to him and give him the sayings of his great grandfathers, Imams, previous Imams. Please help the oppressed. We're so oppressed here. I've gone mad. The enemy will, you see, I start to, like, Imam Hussein. Yes, you can say this. The enemy will rejoice. Oh, every time I have to put on it. Okay. Huh? You are my last resort. Where the enemy rejoices, you are my last resort. I'm getting some images, some face expressions here. In every difficulty when I'm faced, where the enemy rejoices and the friends depart, deserting. Oh God, I've done good duty. I can't find it. Right? No Imam came. But that's okay. I know life can be very tough. The peace that can tear you apart. So, no Imam is going to come. Allah has already ordained for you the dissolution of yours. And why? And before the people who went, oh, because this is a true religion, they went, okay, they're Shias, they know that the Quran, true Quran is with Imam Mahdi. That's content. I'm content with that knowing. But how many? What if a Sunni gets a true Quran from Imam Mahdi? So the first thing you need to do is give the evidences. Then don't say that I have clearly brought evidence, right? Then in the end, don't say that, oh God, you didn't send a messenger, you didn't send evidence, you didn't send me us your proofs, signs, and all this, maybe. So, what has survived the Sunni Quran, right? Isn't this a sign, Shias, that Allah is not guarded? Because many omissions, Rob Christian was showing in his video I found lately on my homepage. I went there and checked from the Sunni Hadiths or the books of the Sunnis. And he has even given those, where's it? I've saved here in Chrome. You know, in his live chat, he has given these. Look, said take it. And he, Rob Christian said take a screenshot of this. So if you're going to blame the Sunnis, I don't know. I have okay. Here I found something. Not Rob Christian's thing. It's Sunan Ibn Majah, 1869. Number of the Hadith. It was narrated that Abu Bakr bin Abu Jaham bin Sukhair al-Adawi said, I heard Fatima bint Qais say, the Messenger of Allah said to me, when you become lawful, tell me. So I told him, then Muawiyah Abu Jaham bin Sukhair and Osama bin Zaid proposed marriage to her. The Messenger of Allah said, as for Muawiyah, he is a poor man who has no money. Allah. As from Abu Jaham, he is a man who habitually beats woman. Oh my God. But Osama is good. She gestured with her hand, saying, Osama, Osama. The Messenger of Allah said to her, obedience to Allah and obedience to His Messenger is better for you. She said, so I married him and I was pleased with him. Zainab bin Josh, what happened to Zainab bin Josh? Great Sahih. Look at this. Oh my God. Maaf karo mujhe. The views of... No. Where did I save it? Where did I save it? Huh? Rob Christian, what great work he's done here. Oops. Oh, I saved it somewhere else, I think. He's given links to the books translated, and some things he had to translate himself. Such an honest person, I felt, about this, showing the Sunni errors in the Quran. Al-Baghawi, from Al-Baghawi and all. What Aisha Mu'mineen has said, what Ali has said, what Uthman bin Affan has said about the Quran errors. errors in the Quran, right? Please watch your Rob Christian if you want to find the truth that the Sunni Quran has many errors. The Shia Quran is where we don't know. I mean, the Shias know that it's with Imam Mahdi. It will come with Imam Mahdi. We just have to wait for it. But for now, we have this. And tell me, even if you're following Ismaili Imam Agha Khan, His Highness Agha Khan, with due respect, or if you're following Bhori Shia Imam, Zai, with due respect to all of you, all of them, what are you like? How do you know that this prophet was a true prophet? Because his descendants are alive and are imams now. Don't you think Sunni? Don't you think this Iblis, Shaitan's descendants are also alive? Huh? And if I cannot, if you ask me that question, that if an Ismaili comes here, Bori comes here, and asks, but I went closer to the Ismailis first to see this His Highness Agha Khan on Facebook, to be very honest with you. And I begged and begged and begged to be shown the truth. And I couldn't read so much because I'm not well. I did try. I went to the Ismaili Noses page, Ismaili Net, tried to read those, but too much reading, and I'm not a reader, too much. I couldn't, my energy was just going, draining. So I was thinking of those Alapur who are not that literate. What has God done for them? How will they know the truth? Right? So if even Ismailis come like this, like how do you know that the descendants, Shias of Prophet Muhammad were true? Even Shaitan has descendants, and he can make the world seem good to you. Huh? And the politics are so bad? Please. They are the descendants of Shaitan. A religion which blames another religion is not a true religion. You know why? Because I've seen that, I've always believed in that someone who wants to अपना ऐप छुपाने के लिए, to hide his ऐप, he will do something like start rumors, gossip, to put the attention, or he'll try. Yeah, अपना ऐप. This psychological. It's something I've known it to be true in my experience. The gossip mongers. Problem with them is a gossip society that they make. It's because they feel something is wrong with them. And so that's why they're talking about this person and that family going down and that family. Like that, right? It's an emotional insecurity. Not because this is what it says here, the Quran ayats, that this is true, that's why, and they were giving me a hard time. Already Abraham has said, and his people, it's not because the politics of Makkah, but if you look at Surah Mumtahana, also there's jumping from one thing to another moon. And then I will come to the point some other time, maybe. Surah Mumtahana says look at this, hatred and hostility as, okay, the first verse says against, but I'm looking at this, I'll take you to this. They gain dominance, okay? Never will benefit you. Even your relatives and all don't benefit you. Children, there has already been for you an excellent pattern in Abraham and those with him, when they said to their people, indeed, we are disassociated from you and from whatever you worship other than Allah. right? Whatever you worship other than Allah, we have denied you. First, who were the people denying these polytheists? Abraham and his people. And because of this, not because of anything else that they were giving them trouble, Abraham started questioning his father and the gods, his father's belief, right? We have denied you, and there has appeared between us and you animosity. Now, what contains animosity? You will not be able to. The one worshippers of the God, worshippers of one God will not be able to take these polytheists because there has appeared animosity and hatred forever until you believe in Allah alone. Who is the one harassing them? Now, today, Shias, when a Sunni comes to you and says, "What do you believe in?" You are calling on. Don't you find that harassment? Questioning you like that? Don't you find it annoying? You would say, "Oh, we don't question the Sunnis. Of course we don't. We do our own thing, Matam, this, that." You take pride in that, right? You never go to a Sunni questioning his religion, his sect, or a school of thought. You never ask him on the face. This is not adab. These are bad manners, right? This is not good etiquettes. Shouldn't I say you actually, whom have you learned it from? You see that? I mean, how many years? You know, His Highness Aga Khan, when he came, I think, I felt I was connected to him and all this. So you see, but what? I haven't gotten help like this for this. Please, where are you, Imam? You know, when I felt that he was here or something, I couldn't move. I couldn't breathe properly because I was so awestruck. Like if Imam said, and I was so shy, I tried to cover my head. That was like 8 years, 9 years back. I couldn't breathe. I was so awestruck. So, I mean, do you think I'm like now? It sounds like I'm disrespectful and all this, but you don't know me from the inside. And sometimes, yes, the mad. I mean, I get very angry. You see, I asked and asked and asked. Please, please lead me to this. It's led me to this. Showing this Quran eyes like this. Do you see? You know the responsibility of the Imam is that he should be explaining these ayats. So I read about the Nas, and so I'm looking at this, right? Oh my God. Nas is there. Imam Jafar Sadiq's son, eldest son Ismail. Nas is there with Nas and this and that, the whole thing. And they have more information accurate than the 12 Shias. And their books and all English, in English. And the printing, there's no mistake, I would say. But still, I wasn't fully satisfied with the Ismailis either. So this is not to offend anyone. This is to say that I sincerely went with respect. I didn't ask them on the there. I was just trying wherever on Facebook comment section, try to protect these peaceful, ones if I can. If there's another one who has come, Ismaili, then I would not be, because they say when you're fighting with someone, or when arguing, or when you're giving, that this is not right, please don't do this, brother. Here, um, you can find out for yourself. There are like that, right? But they say if you're like doing this, then only one person at a time with one person. Not that 10 Muslims, Sunni Muslims, if they come here against me, it would be unjust. But one is enough to kill me, right? Well, here, like here, if you bring your whole group against me, it would be unjust. In our Shia Islam, they used to say, perhaps they learned it from the polytheists, one with one. It's just the etiquettes of Islam. No, but I think polytheists have taught you this. One with one. So there's already been here, please. So who started animosity and hatred? Abraham and those with him, not the polytheists. But how this whole thing has changed. Oh yeah, that Abraham was burnt, put in the fire. Yeah. And then because he lied also, you can see. I'm not saying put someone in the fire, right? Not because he believed in one God and he was saying this, because he broke their gods and he kept the one big God of this. And then he lied to them and they asked him, Abraham, who did this? He said, ask the big God who did it. But they were informed by someone, and then they must have investigated, even if the big God was not talking to them. But what did he say? If your big God can talk to you, now can your Allah talk to you? Can Abraham's Allah talk to him? He only spoke to Moses. I don't know how that happened. But that was wrong, unjust of Abraham to tell them. Can he, who you've made an idol of, talk to you? But can even that one creator, supreme, who should not be made into an idol, talk to you, Abraham? So for me, punishments and all this, I would take the way of Khalil Gibran, if you ask me. Right? Does Khalil Gibran say? Crime and punishment. Then one of the judges of the city stood forth and said, speak to us of crime and punishment. And he answered, saying, it is when your spirit goes wandering upon the wind, that you alone and unguarded commit a wrong unto others, and therefore unto yourself. And for that wrong committed, must you knock and wait a while unheeded at the gate of the blessed? No. Like the ocean is your God self. Now he's talking about the God self. So, the master who gives you your God self, who points at your God self. See, this is what I've been showing, what I came to in my previous, in my other channel live stream. You see, you can go looking for the signs, Go linear then. Struggle in conscience and right and wrong. But God will never, you will never get to God. And that is wrong. Because, much in you is still man, and much in you is not yet man, but a shapeless pygmy that walks asleep in the mist, searching for its own awakening. This is all going to the Hinduism and being one with God. And of the man in you would I now speak. And if you take Sufism, all this Sufism and all this, it's from Hinduism, polytheism, not even from the Jews and the Christians. Goodness. And of the man in you would I now speak. For it is he and not your God self. So what do you need to do? Nor the pygmy in the mist that knows crime and the punishment of crime. What you need to do is not go hither and thither in the Quran ayats. For Imam Hussein now, I don't know where, but this is all against the signs of Allah. What he said here, how can a thing, the existence of which is dependent on you, be taken as proof for your existence? Finished Quran ayats, finished. Ayats meaning the signs of Allah that are in you also and on the horizons. Quran ayat. Huh? Is there anything more evident than yourself? Disclose you? Meaning God is in you. The self is God. Are you hidden to need a guide to find you? That's it. Imam Hussein put you in that where even his grandfather can't, nor Ali can. Surely you are not. Are you far away to need your footprints to find you? Surely you are not. Existence, right? What is existence? What is your manifest evidence, self-evidence? You don't need Quran ayats. If you go to Quran, what did Imam Hussein say? The whole. If I go here and there, where's that saying? I can only find this right now. Not that your intellect can point towards them, Shias. See, this is again where this is tantalizing. Soon will you show them our signs, Sayyid Hassan Raza Jafri, with due respect to him, until it becomes manifest to them that this is the truth. Is it not enough that your Lord is a witness over all things? Surah Fussilat, Ayat 53. So what do you need to become? A witnesser. And how you become a witnesser? And you become one with Allah in the witnessing. So, terrible. I have a headache. Sight. I think the headache is coming on. I need to take some. Oh no, I'll go for some. Oh God. So this, look, And Surah Nahl, ayat 116, back here. And do not utter falsehood by letting your tongues declare this is lawful and that is unlawful. Right? Do not even utter falsehood, utter it by letting your tongues declare this is lawful and that is unlawful, this thus fabricating lies against Allah. Surely those who fabricate lies against Allah will never prosper. 66, Surah 66, Ayat 1. O Prophet, why do you forbid what Allah has made lawful for you? It's in an act of, he's actually forbidden himself what Allah has made lawful for him. Because the next ayat also you can see says, you are protected from the oath. On oath. You can't do that. Believers can't do that. And do not utter falsehoods by letting your tongues declare this is lawful and that is unlawful. Surah Maida, believers can't do that. Making unlawful what Allah has made lawful. Good things. Surah Maida, 87. Right? This is just so crystal clear that it makes the prophet false prophet. So what wrongs the Shia way taking imams? They have deceived you so thoroughly that I cannot tell you. And how they have like your mind and saying in Surah Kafi and even the Quran ayats, but like the intellect, Allah told the intellect to come forward, it came forward. Like reason will definitely, if unless the person is insane like me, out of control and can't help themselves, they're out of control. They cannot control their mind or their actions. But a normal person, reason with them, they will understand. Now, the kind of reasoning Shias used with us to make us believe that he's a true prophet. Can you see what? So I can be showing you that, and I've been time and again showing you how they defend it. In multilingual Quran, you can see. Right? And there were some Quran ayats that I wanted to look at. Like, I got frustrated because I couldn't find these ayats. Like, why did, like, for example, let me show you. I got frustrated. Like, at least from the Shias, we get this, right? But let's say I go to about Surah Tahrim ayat. Now, Imam, Hazir Imam. You know what is Hazir Nazir Imam? Right? Ismailis. You see, from the progeny of Prophet Muhammad. What are the Ismailis going to tell us? Not Ismail, not Sheikh Mustafa Ismail. Sorry, excuse me now. But you see, you don't find anything. Only what the Imam wants you to know. And what are they into? Who is the right Imam? Still they are stuck on this. But no, against the 12ish years, right? And it's all changed. But don't blame. I tell people not to blame Ismaili Imam. What can we do? The main culprit is his great grandfather. You know, people, gurus should be available to you. And what yoga and meditation should be available. And also, if you Like they can tell you, look, if you don't believe in our Gita and this and that, at least take this. And it's scientific. That's one person. I don't think I should. Sri Swami, he explained to us that this is scientific and it's proven. Ganpati, right? And there was another video I saw of Swami Rama. Many videos I saw. I went seeing. And then if you don't want Hindu thing, go to Qigong, go to China. Yeah, go to China, right? Do Qigong. Do what Dr. Deepak Chopra, Oprah Winfrey is not Hindu. I don't think she's Hindu. But they got together and they did this a month meditation with us. Try it. You don't have to believe in their books. Just the proof is that if you for some time give your sleep is also there, but sometimes we need some things like alternative healing, holistic. I'm not saying that you practice Hinduism. So I even questioned in my mind, Sri Ravi Shankar Ji, like, then why is he saying Om? Because Om is from India. Om is from, like they found out, their rishis and all this. How do we know what Om is? But Swami Rama, in one of his, sorry, I just saw 50 of his in that red clothes. So sorry, I can't remember where he said. The Swami Ramaji. He said that there is proof for Om. Proof. Let's see if I can find this video, like proof for, or you can do Jittu Krishnamurti, proof for Om. How they tested it and how the sound, what it does, so what's the effect. Some say even the ear is the way the ear is. So this is a sound, primordial sound, and so the ear is made. How the Sanskrit way is written, or Devanagari, I don't know, ear made like like written Om. Sacred sound syllable mantra. So see the way this ear is, the shape of the ear. It's like Om written. Don't know how it is, but your Om is considered sacred. Ear thing, ear shape. So copyrights infringement intended. So this is the way I did my research. And, so I need to find out, like Buddha did in, we're told in the story of Buddha, Siddhartha. Om. You know how Buddha found Om in the river? Om, sound, and the ferryman used to take him and all this. So Siddhartha by Hermann Hesse. I call him Hesse, like that. I've read that book long time ago. So when I was a Shia, I read that book, please. And it didn't make me leave my religion. So there are many opinions, like you can form opinions, and I wonder if you'll be listening to someone or you will form your own opinion. You need to really get yourself emptied, to really listen, even to God. When I was doing Shakti Gwain's book, the affirmations are there, but you really need to empty yourself from your desire. Like, what is God trying to tell me? Even if it is against my own wish or desire, I need to hear what God is telling me. What is my calling? What is God telling me? And then I contemplated on that until and unless it's my desire coming in the way. Is my mind coming in the way? Is my heart coming in the way? What is coming in the way? Then I will not be able to listen to, like Paramahamsa Vishwananda when he was saying, I can tell you, but are you willing to listen to, the Guru can tell you, but will you listen to the Guru? Or are you listening to your own voice and your own opinion and what you wish and what you desire? So now, to blame you like this is not like someone should sit with you and tell you, look, just empty yourselves. And can you, today I have no desire for 5 minutes. 5 minutes, just let go of every wish, everything you've worked for, or you wish for, or you need to reach somewhere, or you need to do something, any kind of inclination here. I want to go now because my head is starting to hurt and I need to have, yeah. So when the head hurts, they say magnesia is really good for headaches. So I need to take some things, flax seeds or something, or banana. So just let yourself be listening to God. What is He telling you? Yeah, like that. You need to empty yourself. So out of nothingness, what comes is the true thing that God wants you to do. And then you go and do it. The river runs. Oh, the river runs. Michael Bolton's song. So let the river run to the sea. And before meeting the sea, we're dead, but we're in the river. Where water, dead is another, new life. But when the river is passing from by the valley, through other stones, going to the river, sea, meeting the sea, it finds another river. So it's got a relationship, it's enjoying itself. Beautiful relationships, loving, and all this. But people will not allow this. Maybe your own family members would say, what is she doing? Or even the person who is, because that person you love is not listening to their heart. It's not listening to God. Because to listen to the heart, you know what Paulo Coelho said in The Alchemist? People don't want to suffer. So they want to be, your parents want you to be an engineer, bakery man, like the bakery man in The Alchemist. Safe. Don't go after your dreams. You could be robbed, kicked. Don't go for the calling, after the calling of God. Right? So many obstacles, even on YouTube. So for someone like me, I don't know what to say about you. Shias even, I'm shocked. And this is an very, very obvious that it is a false prophet. A believer is not allowed to do this, let alone a prophet. And many other ayats I've shown you through Surah. Another ayat to the Jews, it says that you order, command righteousness to others and forget for your own self. While the scripture is being while you're reciting the scriptures. Now he's a prophet, he has a revelation coming to him. He should have waited before taking such an action by forbidding what Allah has made lawful for you. And the funny, very funny part is how the Shias defend him. My goodness, my mind it's mind blowing. Mind blowing. How many people they've misled. And now religious scholars who to choose because our Imam is in occultation. So Al-Kafi gives you who to choose. And if any religious scholar lies, then for them it's double punishment like for the wives of Prophet. Open lewdness. So misleading anyone, take your Islam punishments, right? Principles and apply. Now, why don't you, when you realize that this person and the imams and your religious scholars, if you are a Sunni, if your caliphs misled you, if Mu'mineen also misled you, well, it wasn't their fault, I don't think so. Misleading someone, misguiding someone, preventing from the true path, uh, or preventing, or what's the other word for it? Depriving the person from true guidance for their well-being, the whole soul, mind, body, which Dr. Deepak Chopra has written a book on or he says something of soul, mind, and body. 3. If these things are attacked and misled, you're gone case. No one can save you. Sorry, there was a mistake, touch system. And a little bit of my nerve-wracking. Shia say as a preface to the surah, refer to the study carefully of Surah Azab 28, how bad the wives were. It's Hafsa, Aisha, 2 wives referred to in this character pattern of these 2 wives. It's been discussed in your Sahih Bukhari and so Muslim scholars, hadith, that these were Aisha and Hafsa. The Holy Prophet used to drink a glass of honey syrup and all this Maghafir I read. But what's the important point here? Wives made him do it. One thing. And if any vow prevents from doing good or acting rightly, one should expiate the vow. But why in the world will you take a vow like that? And at what time are you taking the vow? Did you take a vow to please your wives when they were pleased, not annoying you? The moment they annoy a prophet, I'm talking about a prophet, not a. And in the daira, remaining in the boundaries of Islam, principles, laws. So, this is. I crack up on. I want to beat myself. What? Go crazy? Please. Oh my God, I'm Lutke. We've been bewakoofed. We've been deceived. We've been fooled to no end. Your intellects have been defeated. Misled. Look at the price. What is the cost of this? Not in monetary form. Your lives, your souls. It is an assault, deep spiritual assault, intellectual assault. How would you say it? Mind was sorely distressed by the obnoxious behavior of Aisha and renounced the society of his wives for 1 month. Okay, we're told he renounced the society of wives for 1 month. But why did he have to take an oath and forbid himself? Verse 1 was revealed to say that as Allah has allowed him honey and Maria, he did not have to forsake any of them. He didn't have to, right? Then why did he take an oath forsake prohibiting himself? Honey and Maria, tell me. Shias, are you in your right mind or have I gone crazy now? If any vow prevents from doing good or acting, oh my goodness, no. Don't tell me what are you trying to do. So on this, my mind, I've lost balance and mujhe zyada pagal nahi hona hai. So I didn't have the heart to come here and again read this nonsense. Sorry. It's not disrespectful. But you know, if you think I'm being rude, then I'm showing you who has misled you. Okay? Now you decide. A slap from me to show you, or this great intellect, greatest false religion. Shaitan's intellect took heights here, and spiritual information that he had knowledge. Oh my God, what is this? It could drive a person insane. If any vow prevents from doing good or act. But when did you take the vow? Abu Bakr at least said that, long time ago he's taken a vow to help his family. And Abu Bakr always kept his vows. We are told in Sunni Hadiths. Oh my goodness, look at the time of the vow taken. Consider that also. You've missed so much and you've misled the people. Azadariya Hussain. Okay. Thank you very much. Let me just take a break on this, otherwise I will start abusing. Now I'm totally gone. Sorry. It's my madness and or something on me. I can't control myself. I will continue.